On today's episode, we are going to take a look at one of my favorite gaming stocks, one of my favorite Chinese stocks, but unfortunately the stock is not showing me that same type of love. The stock is down almost 10% for the day after reporting earnings, and today we're going to take a look at why. I am also going to share some of my thoughts about investing in the overall Chinese market right now, and if I'm going to continue to do it. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and follow me on Twitch where I live stream taking a look at stocks you want me to look at. So let's get started. I want to thank the Motley for sponsoring this video. The Motley is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me scout out new growth stocks. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services the Fool offers. Through the Motley Stock Advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have done some crazy returns. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more of this year, you can visit thefool.com/Jose Najarro or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if the Stock Advisor is right for you. Thanks again to the Motley Fool, and now back to today's episode. Alright, so the stock we're going to take a look at today is HUYA. This is traded under the New York Stock Exchange as ticker HUYA. It's currently sitting at $22.36 and it's down about 9.2% after reporting earnings this morning. The company has a market cap of about 5.2, closer to $5.3 billion. So we can see it's definitely a very small company. In the past 6 months, the stock has done some crazy, it's been pretty volatile. From its all-time highs, the stock is down about 34%. In the past 6 months, it's actually down about 10%. So I can honestly say it's probably not one of my favorite investments right now, but it's still a company I enjoy. For those that don't know, HUYA pretty much is the Twitch of China. If you don't know, Twitch is pretty much just a place that gamers go and live stream. It's obviously more than gamers, just like me. I go onto Twitch right now and live stream about stocks that you guys should go follow. And for me as a gamer and as a content creator, I do believe this market will continue to grow. And if we take a look at the United States version, Twitch valuation right now is sitting at about $15 billion dollars, where right now we saw, right, HUYA is currently at 5.3. So now that we understand the company, let's take a look at their most recent earnings. Their revenues grew about 21% for Q4 compared to the same time last year. They were profitable in net income and it did increase about 58% compared to the same time last year. Average mobile monthly active users were 79.5 million, representing an increase of 29.1, and average monthly active users are about 178 million, and that represents an increase of about 18.8. Total numbers of paying users are about 6 million, and that was an increase of 17.6. So right off the bat, we're seeing increase in revenue, we're seeing an increase in net income, we're seeing an increase of mobile monthly active users and overall monthly active users. We're also seeing an increase in paying users. So definitely, I mean, the company is doing pretty good and it's in the market I believe will continue to grow. Total net revenues for this quarter alone were about $458 million. Most of it is actually coming from live streaming revenue. Live streaming revenue makes up $431 million. A small portion comes from advertisement and other revenue, and that's about 26.9 out of that $458 million. Another thing I enjoy about this company is their balance sheet. Right now, they have about $1.6 billion of short-term investments, short-term deposits, and cash equivalents. So pretty much 30% of this company's market cap is actually is being covered by this company's total cash assets. That to me is completely insane. They're also positive in cash flow from operations and they have no debt whatsoever. If we take a look at future growth, analysts believe this company will grow 17.5% on average for the next 2 to 5 years. Like I mentioned already, this company is profitable and they are positive in cash flow from operations. One great thing that many people might not know is Tencent actually owns a huge share ownership of HUYA. They right now in the most recent report it shows 47.6. I don't know if that has increased, but still almost half of the company is owned by Tencent. Tencent owns a lot of other gaming companies. They own about 30% of C. So this allows them to have great partnerships with other improving companies. All right, so now that we took a look at their earnings, I did highlight some important notes from their earnings transcript that I wanted to share with you guys. First thing, notably, around 80% of HUYA's paying users paid via a mobile device. And mobile users contributed to more than 85% of their live streaming revenue this quarter. So what does this tell me? I've been very, very bullish in the overall gaming department, mainly in the mobile gaming world. So we can see right here that that is true. If most of them are paying through mobile devices, and most of them are watching through mobile devices. Another great thing that this kind of shows me is overall probably the execution or the evolution of like digital wallets. Most of these mobile devices are also going to be paying through some form of digital wallet. So there's a huge growth in that market as well. HUYA is also developing new stuff. In November of last year, they developed HUYA, which was a cloud gaming platform, and they're seeing good engagement because of that. Also, in collaboration with Tencent, during this fourth quarter, average monthly active users who watch HUYA's live streaming content from Tencent's platforms were not counted in monthly active users, and that number was 178 million this quarter. So there were about 20 million users that were not counted because they came from Tencent's platform. And overall, this shows that great partnership that they have and the overall great collaborations that they can work with other companies like Sea and League of Legends and all these other gaming companies that Tencent owns. The more I read about this company, the more bullish I get. There is one more platform of HUYA that many people might not know about. First was the HUYA, which the clouding platform, which we just talked about. The second one is Nemo TV. This is another live streaming platform coming out of China, and they're trying to hit international regions. Right now, they're saying that they're really trying to just focus on the countries they're seeing huge growth in, and right now that is Southern East Asia countries and some Middle East countries. One of the countries I thought they were in was Brazil, but I guess they're not seeing much growth there, so maybe they might stop there. But I'm happy to see that Southeastern Asian countries increase and the Middle East countries as well. It kind of shows me, hey, what kind of markets I should start looking at a little bit closer, because now we're seeing, hey, mobile application is being used there, mobile gaming is being used there, and most likely mobile digital wallets is also being used there. Also, maybe some form of social platforms. So this is definitely the type of information I grab from these types of earnings calls. All right, so Jose, you gave me all these great reasons to buy HUYA. But out of all those great reasons, why is the stock still down? And unfortunately, I wish I knew the answer. I could kind of speculate some of the reasons. The first I want to say is the overall, because this is an international company, it has that international risk, especially in China. I mean, right now, HUYA is supposed to merge with Doju or Doji. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. But they need to, they are kind of like jumping hoops and trying to get the Chinese government to approve this. And it's taking some time for the regulators to approve this process. The second reason is, again, similar to the Chinese government. Here, RLX, which was an e-cigarette company in China, lost about 50% of its valuation almost overnight because the Chinese government is going to be more strict on their cigarette laws, and they're kind of putting e-cigarettes into that kind of criteria. So it made the valuation go like crazy. So that is a huge international risk by investing into stocks like that. The second reason I want to say is it's a gaming stock. It's a live streaming stock. I don't think there's many people that are excited about this. It's not like a telemedicine that everybody's jumping around. It's not a future EV stock, right? So it's in a market that's very, very boring, minus to us few gamers, maybe us content creators know just the power of these streaming platforms. So now my overall thoughts. First, HUYA, doing amazing. I'm not right now, have no intentions, none whatsoever, of selling my shares. We saw huge revenue growth. I still believe in this. It's in the market that's going to continue to grow. We saw the valuation of this company is nowhere near Twitch's, and it has a good amount of cash compared to market cap at the moment. They are still expanding. What else do we see? We're seeing that expansion of mobile users in Southeast Asia and Middle Eastern. So it kind of gives us, hey, some kind of thoughts that we should start looking into some other markets as well. At the moment, though, I don't know. I'm not. I already have a decent position in my portfolio. So at the moment, I don't believe I have any intentions of buying. But that usually changes, right? Every week I post stocks that I buy, and you guys should see a link here, up here, where it would be my most recent videos, the one I did last week of my most recent buys. I post them every time on my Discord channel, so make sure to join there. So take care, guys, have a good night, and see you next time.